Well, joining us this morning is the Membership and Education Manager with the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce. It's Kat Thompson. Hi, Kat. How are you today?
Hi, Luke. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Good to see you this morning.
Yeah, you too. Susan's on vacation, so I get to talk to you today, and I'm glad to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. Winding down the school year and on the education side of things, it's been a great year for you.
It really has, and it's been busy this year. So uh, we hired a workforce and education coordinator. Hannah Plowman started 2 weeks ago. This is her third week. We're into our third week. She had graduated from Westminster College and on a Saturday and came to work for us on a Monday. So
Wow.
she dove right in, and we've been at, I think, every school in the region. So, we're working with 7 different school districts this year. We're certifying and courting about 70 students from across the region as Venango ready or Forest ready. So we've been on the road, and we've got a lot more to do. We've got 2 more senior awards this week. We already did Franklin's yesterday, so we're excited to get out into the schools.
For somebody that's just hearing about this, explain the program and what does that mean?
Yeah, so this program was in response to hearing our members, our customers, our clients, our businesses. That's what I always tell the students. So I say, why am I here talking to high school students then if I work for businesses? And I inevitably get them to say, because we're the future of business. And so, we're hearing from our businesses, they need good employees, they need employees who are ready. So our program helps to really shine a light on what someone needs to be ready to be a good worker, a good employee. And as I tell the students, ready to reach their goals. What kind of life do they want to have? So the program revolves around 6 essential skills that we know businesses are looking for in an employee, no matter what the industry is. So we focus on work ethic, communication, teamwork, tactfulness and manners, critical thinking and problem solving, and understanding supervision in the world of work. I got them all, and I haven't even finished my coffee yet.
I, s-
But those are what?
I was going to say, that sounds like maybe a program I should sign up for.
Well, that's the thing. You know what? It's not just students that we need to have these skills. It's employers or employees who have been in the workforce for a long time, and we're talking about the idea of certification for employers. We want to make sure they're work ready as well, and they're mirroring these skills that we're telling students they need to show up with. We want to make sure the employers are doing that as well. So we're kind of noodling on that idea, but we partner with our local schools to come up with a checklist, a criteria based on those 6 skills that students can complete voluntarily, right? Nobody's making them do this. That's part of it, right? Showing their work ethic, they're going the extra mile. But they have this list of criteria to complete around those 6 skills to show that they can demonstrate and understand what those things mean, so that they can evidence to a future employer that they're work ready. So we partner with the schools to do that. So we've been doing a lot of exit interviews as well, going in and talking to all these students who have completed this list of criteria. Once we've confirmed with whoever their instructor is that's kind of managing the program on the school side of things, we certify them, we cord them. I think I have one of my cords right there for anybody watching.
Oh,
We
nice.
have the graduation cords that they can wear, and I tell them anybody can get this cord to show the work that you've done to again go the extra mile to really um, you know be successful going forward. So that's not where the program ends, though. The big part is we get their personal contact information to stay in touch with them after they graduate. So right now, I think we're going to have, after this class of 2025 graduates, I think we'll have around, it's going to be over 400 Venango Ready and Forest Ready alumni. This is our 5th year
Wow.
of the program. So, we stay in touch with them. Now that we have Hannah on board, I think she'll be maybe creating an Instagram account that maybe can connect a little bit better with that demographic, to share resources, connect them to local employers, be that talent pipeline with, all of these students who have graduated from the program. When they need those connections to employers, we want to be there to show them the opportunities that are available here.
And this started when?
So the program started, Susan's vision for this. We worked with another chamber, Center Ready is who kind of branded the program. So we got the branding from them. And it was ready to launch in spring of 2020. Now, if you recall, that wasn't a great time in education.
Ah,
We moved forward with it though. We actually ended up before I worked for the chamber, they did a launch on Zoom to talk about the program, got all of the superintendents to sign on, saying they supported the program, they were interested in it. And so the class of 2021 was our first group that we certified. And Cranberry was the first school to move forward. They were still, the schools were still reeling at, post COVID and trying to get things back in order. So then the next year, 22, is when we had all of our local schools that did participate. And the schools do it a little bit differently, in each one, and some inevitably have more than others. Cranberry seems to always have the most Venango ready graduates, but they make sure it's available for every single senior. And other schools roll it out a little bit smaller, but we're growing the program. We're, trying to add more resources and provide more opportunities for students to have meaningful career experiences. So that's, why we hired Hannah. We're growing the program. There's a lot more we can do with it. So we're excited to keep expanding it as we, move forward now into we'll be looking at the sixth, right? That's the 6 year, 21.
wow.
Yeah, this is our 5th year, so class of 26 will be our 6th year. So we're looking to see what else we can do.
It sounds almost like maybe farming a little bit, where you spent these initial years planting those seeds, right? And it's
Absolutely.
knowing it's gonna be a few years before you start seeing it play out, with businesses and in the community. But you're probably starting to see some of that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And, some of the students do go on to 4 year school. So, they're starting to graduate now. So we'll see as they, some of them will come back if they've gone, out. And so we'll see if they need some of those connections. But then some of them we have made connections right away, introducing students to employers, and that we've been doing that on an individual basis, but we're looking to see, can we get some kind of platform or software that will be, a more direct matchmaker between the alumni and local businesses. But yeah, we're excited to see the success stories continue to grow and pile up as those students are really ready to enter the workforce full time. And some of them already have, but we want to equip them, with as many tools as we can for them to be successful and for them to have the life that they want to have and to invest, their time and their energy into our local community.
Are you starting to see that sort of that wedge between education and the industrial side of those businesses? Is it getting closer and closer together of matching? Okay, getting students prepared for this type of work environment.
I think so, yeah. And we partner a lot with the Venango Technology Center. We've been up there a couple of times and they're doing amazing work
Hmm.
to get students into the workforce. We just went to their signing day event. I think that was last week, where they had, I believe it was 22 students who were offered full-time employment after their co-op program, after they graduated. And to see them going right into family sustaining jobs, good careers in good employers. That's amazing to see. So we're seeing that happen there. Titusville has that manufacturing, the Titusville Rockets manufacturing business that's right in the high school, and the students are running that business. So we are seeing, I think, lots of different opportunities for students to get that firsthand experience in a career, and they're earning while they're learning. Huh. Should be on a t-shirt.
Huh.
I'll tell Bob. I'll tell Bob he can take that, a co-coordinator. But yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of those connections, and we try to help make those connections where we can and share those opportunities. So I think we're seeing that more and more. We're seeing that, I think you called it a wedge. We're seeing that get smaller and smaller, I think, as we're really connecting students to good opportunities.
And I don't think it was intentional by any means. I think education was, in their bubble of, okay, our job is to educate kids and, get them off to, that 4-year school or something, and manufacturers were doing what they were doing. And, now you're seeing both sides coming to the table and having communications and talking and it just seems like we're doing a much better job in this region of having these conversations.
I think so. Yeah, I think, when the employers have the opportunities that students can take advantage of, and again, these are good jobs. It's not just, a dirty job that's not paying well. There are good jobs that, again, are going to set somebody up for, reaching the goals that they want for their life. And so as the employers get a little more involved in communicating to that, I think that's been a big help. That helps bridge the gap because the schools can tend to be a silo, right? You go to school and then you go to teach school and you're working in a school and, you're focused on, getting all of the, requirements that come down through the state. So, if our businesses weren't getting into that, then students and maybe educators weren't really aware of what those opportunities were. So the more that we are connecting the employers and the educators as well, sharing the opportunities, I think that has helped, as well, and helped, inform what are the opportunities. Maybe for a student, if they are pursuing a certain career, maybe, 4-year school, that is the path for them. That's what they need to do. And that's fine. And that's great. But not everybody has to do that. There are opportunities. There's on-the-job training. There's, apprenticeship programs. There's different things that others can do to go right into that career path to get that experience that they need for that career that might not include, a 4-year school. And I think the stigma around like, oh, I'm not going to college that's starting to go away. But it's still there. It's definitely still there a little bit, but in some places, but I think we're starting to see as, students start getting those paychecks. People are like, hang on a minute, like you didn't go to 4-year school, you don't have a bucket load of student debt, and you're making all this money, with a good job that, is meaningful. I think that's starting to break the stereotype.
Yeah. And again, there's, training available for those types of things. There's all sorts of supportive pieces that are coming together to help with that, which is fantastic. And it's great that somebody like the Chamber is helping facilitate all of this. So that's fantastic. Let's do this real quick. You're watching The Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Kat Thompson with us here this morning from the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce. Sunday is June 1st. So sometime Sunday, you're going to be thinking, oh my gosh, Oil Heritage Festival's next month.
Yeah, we're already, it already feels like that. We've been having our meetings and trying to plan and schedule. We have one of our interns started, I think was last week or the week before. So, she's been working on scheduling posts on the Oil Heritage Facebook page. We have the Oil Heritage site and on Facebook. So make sure you follow the Facebook for, any updates on parade. People have been calling about the parade for months already, the craft show. So we're excited for things to get back to normal with the bridge being back this year. We weren't able to host events in the same places last year, so we're excited to do that again. But we're full steam ahead. Is that how you say that?
Yeah. So
and we're going for it.
So your parade questions, is it basically that, like, hey, is it back to the normal?
That, and people are just ready to sign up. They want to register. They're looking to get, their participation. It's one of the largest parades in the region, I think, and people are excited. They want to make sure they secure their spot. I guess, the sooner you get it in, the better spot, I guess, you get. Some people have preferences on that. So people have been registering for the parade already. And people are ready. They're ready for it.
That's great. It's just hard to believe it's coming up.
I know. Yeah. Well, we've got a golf outing before that. And like I said, Hannah and I have been we've got 2 more senior awards this week and then some more next week. So we're definitely thinking about it, but we got a lot of other stuff on our minds in between there too.
Newsletter will be coming out next week. I'm sure that's pretty much all wrapped up and ready to roll out.
Yeah, totally. It's
Okay.
totally ready. No, we'll be working on that this week. Somebody asked, were saying they saw my picture in that magazine. I'm like, what magazine? What are you talking? Well, turns out it was our newsletter. And yeah, who does that? I said, we do it. And they said, well, oh, like where? And they were in the office. I said, here, we print it here. Tessa formats everything. You put everything in there, and so that'll be happening. That magic will be happening this week. So we're thankful our elevator's back, and we can use that to get the 550 hard copies that we make down the 5 flights of stairs. So we're
Oh,
excited to get to the post office this week. But it's not done yet, but it will be by Friday. It'll be at the post office by Friday.
that's great. And there's a lot of wonderful content in there. You mentioned the golf outing, the trade show element to it. Is it too late for a business to sign up for that?
Not at all, not at all. And it's hard to think about golfing right now with this weather that we've got outside. It's a little soggy. We're hoping that it'll be nice and dry and sunny by then. But yeah, we do have the trade show before the golf outing. If a business would like to connect with others, we have that opportunity there to come set up at Venango. So absolutely reach out if you're interested in that, or if you're just interested in attending. That is open to the public. Anybody can come and connect with businesses, whether you're golfing or not. It's an opportunity to network in a little bit different way than what we normally have, like with our mixers. So businesses can come and set up the table with showing what they do and who they are, and you get to meet some people and maybe grab some swag. But yeah, it's a great opportunity to connect and find out more about what's happening in the area.
You have to be impressed the number of people who signed up for the trip to Italy.
Yeah, we have, I want to say it's 32 from our chamber and
Wow.
about 20 from Meadville. So I think we would still sneak some people in if somebody's really, disappointed they didn't get in. We can talk about that if you still would like to go. We're going to Italy in October. Let us know right away if that's something you're interested in. We can see, we can tag you on to that. But we're excited that we haven't done chamber travel before. Susan has traveled with the company on exploratory trips, but this is our first time taking a group, so we'll see how that goes. I'm excited. I'll be going. I'll be eating all the pizza, pasta, gelato, seafood, everything I can get my hands on. I'm excited.
So, talk just briefly about the benefits to doing something like this, from the networking side to maybe being inspired, but being with the chamber and going to an outing like this. There's a lot. I mean, we don't have time to list all the benefits, but just hit maybe some of those highlights.
Absolutely. So first of all, this is group travel. So for people who don't want to plan the itinerary, don't want to have to figure out where to go and what to do and how to get into all the sites and all the things like that. This is group travel. It's all planned out for you. We have English speaking tour guides, buses that will take us around. So it takes the stress and the worry out of that, especially if you're an inexperienced travel, or even if you're an experienced travel, but you're just tired and you want somebody else to do it. That's part of the fun. I'll be there as well. So I can help coordinate. I have experience as a tour guide. I'm not the actual tour guide. There will be a real tour guide from the area that knows what to do. But I'll be there to help coordinate details and just be helpful if needed. But yeah, you get to travel with your neighbors, people that are close to you, and we've seen people in other trips like this where they make lifelong friends and they decide, hey, let's travel again together. They might go in as strangers and leave as friends, but like you said, make other connections. Oh, I didn't know that you had this business, or that this person, or any of those kind of small community connections that we can make. This is really a great way to do that in a way that, I mean, we're stuck with everybody on a bus for 9 days. So, you really get to know people well and form those good connections. It's a great opportunity for some really deep networking.
That's wonderful. All right, before we wrap up, put Kat to work. What have you been up to?
Oh, working so hard, Luke. Oh, so we're excited about this month. I guess I'll give you the sneak preview for
Oh,
your listeners that I was working in your neck of the woods at Drakewell Museum. So I was out there doing all kinds of things from the archive rooms to picking up sticks to operating the replica oil well. So you'll get to see me doing some work with the staff and the volunteers out at Drakewell. So that's been a lot of fun to do. And of course, I'm even trying to remember what the last one was. I don't even remember. Oh, FICTA. I was out at FICTA,
okay.
the Franklin Industrial and Resource Center. So lots of good stuff happening and lots more to come this year.
That's great. And if a business wants to be involved, they can call the chamber and talk to you and set something up.
Yep, they can let us know. I mean, I think we're pretty full for this year, but we can talk about, whether we're going to do it next year. But, you got to be a member of the chamber and have an interesting pitch of the kind of work I could do in the business.
That's excellent. All right. If folks have questions about becoming a member, member benefits, how to get involved with sponsorship opportunities with all these great things coming up, how do they get a hold of you?
They can go check out some things on our website, venangochamber.org. Email us at chamber@venangochamber.org or give us a call, 814-676-8521. We'd love to chat.
Kat, great catching up with you.
Thanks. You too, Luke.
All right. All the best. Take care.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
It's Kat Thompson joining us here this morning from the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce.